So yeah, this is the news. Cinema Asylum news.
And
We got some movie trailers to talk about.
Yes. There's mainly four that I think are really worth talking about. One is Star Wars: The Acolyte, the new Disney Plus series. I forget when it's premiering.
June
I
4th,
actually,
I believe.
I actually got the premiere all right here. I actually all got it right here. So yeah, before we actually do continue talking more about that, we're going to do the news separate, so that way you guys will be more entertained by it, and so that we can try to get more longer episodes that we actually can try for the other episodes. So
Yeah.
that's what we're doing news segment.
I believe it's June 4th, though, it comes out.
Yep, it comes out June 4th. Yeah, I thought the trailer looked fantastic. I'm looking forward to it.
I think it looked good. I'm not getting my hopes up too high for it just because I've been kind of burned out on the Disney Plus shows recently. But
Right.
I like the story idea. I think it has potential, and hopefully they go in a darker direction.
That's why I'm a little bit disappointed about, because they were kind of advertising it to be the first Star Wars horror series at first, when it first was announced. They mentioned it to be more horror-like.
Yeah, I didn't really get the. I mean, it looks a little bit more serious than some other Star Wars,
But it does not give a horror vibe at all.
no,
The
No.
thing
I don't even think Star Wars should be like horror, really.
the thing I would like for a Star Wars horror thing, if they ever did, go Old Republic, do a Nihilist horror series. Or a Nihilist horror movie. That would be the only thing that I could really see.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the Acolyte. Next we got Alien Romulus. This looks solid, man.
No green screen. Back to no CGI, puppets, all that good stuff.
I think
yeah.
what's his name? Fede Alvarez actually went on and said he tried to use as much practical effects as he possibly could have.
And for those that
Which
don't
is
know, he
cool.
directed Don't Breathe and Evil Dead 2013.
He's incredibly solid as a director. I think Don't Breathe is one of the more intense horror films from the previous decade, and
Evil Dead was terrifying.
Evil Dead. I had so little hope for when I heard the idea of you're gonna remake this.
It was great though.
But it was really really good. I prefer Evil Dead Rise personally, but I think I really liked 2013 Evil Dead, and I think this movie can swing the Alien series into a better direction. I think
A lot of people didn't like Prometheus and Covenant, so
yeah, that's true.
I think I liked it.
I think this is basically like its own story. It's not really connected with those other two.
right. It's just set between Alien and Aliens.
cool. Then
So-
that's all you really need.
Yeah.
And I do want to give you a quick comment on Alien and Aliens. Love the first two.
Yep.
I enjoy Alien 3, although I enjoy the assembly cut more. Resurrection sucked.
Dude, I have seen so many people saying that, well, doing the rankings of the Alien movies, I've seen so many ones where Resurrection is number one.
What?
How?
Huh?
How is that fucking piece? That movie is a piece of garbage.
It is.
It is fucking terrible.
Who
that
said it
movie.
was number one?
A lot of people. I
How?
can't tell if they're joking or not.
They have to be.
Even
April Fools
I
is
don't-
not till next week.
Alien 3, I don't like Alien 3. I think it's fucking boring as hell. I mean,
Okay.
but I respect it more because it's David Fincher.
Yeah.
It's his first movie.
The
Have you
assembly
seen
cut,
it?
The assembly cut is better.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, have you seen
and
that?
it was under bad circumstances with
Yes.
the studio, obviously.
They rewrote it like 20 times.
Resurrection
And,
is a pile of garbage from beginning to end.
If there's
Any
anybody that's listening or watching this podcast to
How-
say that it's number one, you should
Better-
be ashamed of yourselves.
How would anyone say that movie is better than what Ridley Scott or James Cameron
Exactly.
did with the original two?
which both of them are in IMDb's top
Yes.
100 of all time.
Yeah, two of the most highly regarded sci-fi films ever made.
Yeah.
Like how?
Alien's one of the best sci-fi and one of the best horror movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But Alien
Resurrection, Jesus.
Romulus looks really great.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for it.
Yep. That comes out in August.
August
like
16th.
Yep.
Yep. That's
So
right.
that should be a good August. That's a good release date for it.
Yeah, I think
in
so.
between, the summer and the fall season.
Yeah.
We got tons of August
So
movies
next-
I'm looking forward to.
Next, we got Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. This has been something that has been talked about for decades upon decades. Like a Beetlejuice sequel has been in the works for God knows how long. Originally, the original title for a Beetlejuice sequel was actually Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. I don't know what that means.
I don't want to know what
apparently
that means.
That was an idea at Warner Brothers at the time. But yeah, Tim Burton's back at the helm. They got most of the original cast. They got Winona Ryder. Of course, they got Michael Keaton back and
Jenny Ortega.
Catherine
is
O'Hara.
also
Jen
going to be in
Ortega
it.
is
Yeah.
a newcomer in this. After
I believe she's playing Winona's daughter.
yeah, and she fits perfectly with Tim Burton, of course, after
Yes.
Wednesday. So,
Yeah.
in my opinion, this looks like a lot of fun. It's just a teaser trailer. They didn't really show what the story was, but it did give off the vibe. Of course, they had the Day-O. They had that song in there.
Yeah.
They also got Bern Gorman in this. He's the guy from Pacific Rim and Dark Knight Rises. He's in the trailer. He's the priest at the grave.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he's so super underrated as an actor.
Yeah, I actually got some quick thoughts on the first Beetlejuice. I did watch it on Halloween last year. I do believe. I don't understand the love for this film, honestly.
I've always loved it.
I thought it was
It's always
okay.
been a childhood favorite
Yeah,
of mine.
I thought it was okay, although I personally think it's a little overrated. Sorry, guys.
I understand.
Because Tim Burton's, it's up and down for me. I love Batman though. He did a great job directing that film. But Tim Burton thing, it's a little complicated for me. But I'm definitely gonna go see the sequel though.
I actually prefer Beetlejuice over Ghostbusters
Really?
in terms of those type of
Yeah.
campy.
Yeah, I will
horror
definitely go see the
movies.
sequel because I will admit this: A Christmas Story Christmas. I like it more than the first one. So this
Real-
one,
I like that. I liked that movie.
Yeah.
And it was definitely better than because there was another Christmas Story sequel,
Oh, there was.
direct
Yeah,
to video,
a direct to
and
TV,
no one
so
should talk
DVD.
about it ever
So-
again.
so who knows? Maybe the sequel could be better than the first one. Could lift my expectation. We'll see.
Of Tim Burton's talked about like his vision for it, and they are going back to a lot of the practical effects, stop motion, and all that, which will be really cool.
That would be cool.
Michael Keaton only had one line in the trailer, but it was the kind of thing where like it was like yesterday he played Beetlejuice in the original. Like he literally did not miss a beat in the trailer. Just with that one line, I can tell he got back in the character.
Do you want to give us that line? Because you actually did pretty good.
The juice is loose.
Yes.
And he gave recent comments about Jenny Ortega, how she's an incredible talent. He
Yeah, she
gave a
is.
lot of praise for her.
Everyone loves Jenna Ortega.
Oh yeah, she was great in the Scream movie. She ought to be really great in this.
She's going to be an A-list actor within the next few
She
years.
absolutely is. Absolutely.
She went from Disney Channel to being on Wednesday, and
Yep.
now being in Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Supposedly she's joining the MCU too, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
Everyone will join one or the other at some point.
Yeah,
So
apparently
anyway.
she's playing White Tiger and Daredevil.
Okay. So what was the last?
The Penguin.
The Penguin. Yes.
Yes, let's go.
We finally got a trailer for this. This
Where
is
am I
of
Batman
course
right now,
the
guys?
spin-off from Matt Reeves' The Batman. Of course, going into the Oswald Cobblepot.
This will take place a week after the Batman.
So yeah, this will be really cool because we will get into. I mean, the Batman ended in such a crazy way with Gotham being flooded.
Yes.
The city being in total chaos and Batman's having to pick up the pieces, and it'll be interesting to see what Cobblepot's going to do now that he possibly has more power over the city now.
Yeah,
the city now.
it's going to be his rise to Godfather. And I'm curious if the Batman Part 2 is as close to the Penguin as the Batman is to the Penguin. Will they be doing some variation on the No Man's Land comic in the Batman 2?
I'm not familiar with that.
It's basically Gotham's uninhabitable. With the water flooding.
Oh, okay.
I'm wondering if they're going to do some kind of variation on that.
This is a tangent. I still think it probably won't be, but I still think the villain of the Batman 2 should be Mr. Freeze.
I want that too.
Because, I mean, you have it right there. Gotham is pretty much underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Winter's gonna come. I mean, the Batman takes place in like November. Like,
Yeah,
it begins in like,
it begins on Halloween.
and it's in like election season with
Yeah.
all that stuff. So it's gonna, all that water's gonna get frozen somehow. I mean,
It's perfect.
I feel like the setup is there, and it'll give you, just like the Batman corrected, a villain from a not so great Batman movie with the Riddler. I think you have a better opportunity now to do that with Mr. Freeze,
to redeem Mr. Freeze.
to take it more seriously and do something cool with it. And
Cool.
I think that, and I think the possibilities are really high with doing Mr. Freeze for that.
I'm actually even if I never release it, I'm just gonna put this out there. I've talked to Paul and everybody about it. I'm actually gonna write a Batman like script of what I would want for a series. Even if I never release those fan films, like I'd like to eventually just write it all out and put it online for people to read.
Yep. Yeah, I got a funny story to talk about when I went to go see the Batman the third time I went to see it in theaters. I went to go see it with my buddy Ryan, who's my best friend for 14 years. He's the drummer of our church that we go to. So I took him to see the Batman with him. And when he saw the Penguin, I told him that was Colin Farrell. He looked at me and he went, "What? That's Colin Farrell?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yep.
And I didn't believe it either until someone whispered to me before I went to go see the film the second and third time. I was just thinking, hold on, that Colin Farrell, I had to look it up. And I was like, wow.
Bullseye to that.
Yeah, whoever did the makeup
redemption.
design for the Penguin, that's one of the best makeup designs I've ever seen. That was so good. It's my favorite Batman movie of all time.
His performance in that is just incredible.
It was. It was so good.
It's funny.
He has a good sense of levity to already an incredibly like dark and bleak film.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny. You start with Daredevil and then you go over to DC to be redeemed. For both times, Ben Affleck is way better as Batman than he is as Daredevil.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one more thing I want to talk about, Clancy Brown, as apparently he's Salvatore Maroni.
He is, yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I don't know what to think about this because Clancy Brown always has that same voice. He's always like this.
He's Lex Luthor.
Yeah, but like Maroni's supposed to be Italian, so is he going to do any kind of accent, or is he just going to do his normal voice?
I don't think you really have to. I think Eric Roberts played Maroni in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, he didn't have that much of an accent.
He didn't really play that up, so I don't think you really have to.
Gotham really plays up the Italian aspect.
Yeah, yeah. I don't mind if whatever Clancy Brown can do whatever the hell he wants.
He's a great actor,
a legend and icon. Yeah, I think he's gonna kill it either whatever he does with it.
So which of these are we most excited for this year?
So, as far as what goes,
these four things we talked about.
I think, now Tim Burton has not been on the best track record as of late. Ever since like the early 2000s, he's not been making that many great films. But I think Wednesday definitely improved his reputation because he was such a big part of that show's success.
Yes.
So hopefully he carries on that good reputation with Beetlejuice. I think he can. Because I think the trailer looks stunning. It's got the colors that were so it's got all the neon colors and stuff that were so prevalent in the original Beetlejuice. I think hopefully I was disappointed with Prometheus and Covenant, so I'm not going to get my hopes up too high for Romulus, even though I love the trailer.
Actually, I really enjoy Prometheus.
I enjoy parts of both of them. I just don't think they're, as a whole, great movies. But yeah, I'm going to say I won't give my hopes up for Beetlejuice. I'm going to say that.
I would do there. Beetlejuice is the one that I'm still going to go see it, but that's my least excited of all of them. Let me see what else. There was another trailer.
Because two of these trailers.
Alien, that would be my third excited one to watch. Penguin would be number 2 for me, but Star Wars 1 is number 1.
I mean, the Penguin, obviously, because but it's a series,
miniseries. Yeah.
I mean, 2 of these are miniseries. Well, I don't know.
I think Acolyte's a miniseries. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with 6 episodes,
yeah,
it's probably gonna. That's a miniseries.
Yeah, Penguin will probably be 8 or 10.
Yeah. I mean, the project I'm most excited for, probably Penguin.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But as far of the movies, I think Beetlejuice.
I would say Penguin, Alien, Beetlejuice, Acolyte last.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'd say that. So yeah, I think. Oh, and you had 2 trailers that you wanted to talk about for another video, right? If you wanted to announce this.
Yes. You guys will see that after I guess this particular recording that we're just.
Yeah, you can go and upload it or whatever. Send it to the chat to
or even
upload.
or even a short on YouTube.
Yeah, guys. I'll do it. I'll do a separate video of the other 2 trailers that I do want to talk about and everything in between. And before we actually do go after this news segment, I'm not going to get into too much details, but I want to thank you all, my friends and family, for the love and support of the thing that happened really rough for me last week. I won't get into details, but I got to spend time with my friends on Friday night. I got to go see my buddy on a birthday party. I got to chat with the rest of his family on Saturday, and we had a good church service on Sunday. I got to see my best friends I haven't seen for a while. And of course, getting support from you guys last week, I truly appreciate that. I love my friends and family very much, and I appreciate all the supports that I got all these people. So I say thank you guys for that, and I love you all very much. I appreciate that.
This has been the news.
Yep. As far as trailers go.
Yep. We'll see you guys next time.
Yep. For more new segment. So see you guys.
See you guys.